Imagine having a superpower that lets you create countless unique artworks in minutes using just simple text lines. It's like being a dream architect, easily building entire virtual worlds, say as if they were Lego blocks, or turning static images into living, dancing, and ever-changing creations, all within your reach. What if I told you that this superpower is available right now in the thrilling world of creative coding, where art, tech, and imagination blends into endless possibilities? Creative coding is like a magician's wand for artists, designers, tech, and creative minds. It's the magic that lets you bring your wildest ideas to life, crafting dynamic, captivating, and surprising experiences. And you won't believe it until you see it. There are tons of colors you can use in creative coding, like 16.7 million. Imagine that, far beyond the traditional color palette can offer. With simple shapes like circles, squares, and triangles, you can make endless cool designs. You mix and match them like building blocks to create all sorts of fancy patterns. Ever heard of fractals? They're like super fancy shapes that look crazy complex, but here's the secret, they come from simple math. So in creative coding, you can make things look very sophisticated with just a few clicks. You can also work with different picture sizes, from tiny icons that are just 16 by 16 pixels to 8K videos. That's like going from a tiny dot to a giant screen. You can mess with your brain. There is this thing called the Penrose triangle. It looks like shape that can't exist in real life, but you can create it using math, again, and coding tools. So in creative coding, you have a world of colors, shapes, patterns, and mind-bending tricks to play with. It's like artistic dream playground. In this video, I will dive into this amazing universe. I will explore what it is creative coding, how it can spark your creativity, where you can apply it, and if it has any limits. Without any more waiting, let's jump right in. Well, creative coding is like a cool blend of art, designs, and computer magic. It's like where you use computer tricks to make awesome stuff, like art that moves, music that dances, and even worlds that can play with. Imagine being a digital artist who paints with code instead of brushes. You can bring your ideas to life on a computer screen, making interactive art that's not just pretty to look at, but fun to play with. It's like canvas for artists and designers to turn their wild ideas into reality. And you can make your art come to life with interactive features, so your audience play with it and engage even more. You get to explore new tech, tricks, and creative methods to push the limits of digital art and design. And besides, everyone's welcome to dive into this world, no matter if you are a pro artist or a code newbie. So it's not just about coding, it's about unleashing your inner artist and explorer. Is creative coding the same as regular one? Well, yes and no. Traditional coding usually makes software, websites, or tools for real-world problems, but creative coding is like coding with an artistic twist. It's all about making things that look cool and feel amazing. In creative coding, the code is like a paintbrush and the computer screen is your canvas. It's not just a tool, it's an art form. And guess what? It's not super tough like hardcore programming to start. I remember my first programming class at school. Back then, I studied Pascal, for those who remember, this old guy. Trust me, that was way harder and way more boring. Probably it was just my teacher. Well, anyway, creative coding is easy to get into and you can learn it within months. Why should modern designers and tech fans care about creative coding? Well, here's the thing. First, it gives you a whole new set of tools to unleash your creativity, and you can come up with one-of-a-kind interactive designs that stands out from the crowd. Second, creative coding is like a spark for innovation. You can use it to dream up designs that change and adapt in real time according to your preferences. And third, when your designs are interactive and visually stunning, people can't look away. That means more folks hanging out on your museum's installations, artistic portfolio, and websites. Cool, right? Let's explore the exciting options of how you can use it. First, if you are into digital art, creative coding is your secret weapon. It helps you make interactive art, cool sculptures, and multimedia that grabs attention and bring people together. Musicians and artists can use creative coding to put on dazzling live shows. Imagine music and visuals coming to life, all controlled by the code. Transforming data into easy-to-understand visuals, it's used in journalism, science, and business to make boring data exciting. Advertisers love creative coding because it makes digital ads pop up. It's like having a flashy billboard on the internet. Game designers use creative coding to create awesome games with endless levels and stories that change as you play. If you're into virtual and augmented reality, creative coding is your best friend. It helps create 3D worlds and mind-blowing simulations. Architects can use creative coding to dream up new designs and buildings. This is your chance to be an architect from the future. Ever heard of generative designs? It's like magic. Algorithms create different designs based on your rules. So whether you are into art, music, data, games, or just making the world a cooler place, creative coding has your back. Are there any limits to creative coding? Well, not really. The only limit is your imagination, and you do not need a supercomputer. A regular laptop works just fine. So creative coding isn't just about pretty pictures. It's about expressing yourself through art and designs and turning your ideas into digital adventures that people love. And if you think about your professional future, I have a good news for you. Creative coding tools are going to keep getting better. With new tech and more industries will need people who can work with it. So how can you give it a shot? Easy, Tiger. In my next videos, I will show you how to make your first creative coding project in just minutes. I will also help you to get better so you can show off your amazing creations and will not be embarrassed in front of your friends and colleagues. Meanwhile, be sure to check out my latest video where I share tips on how to land your dream job with an amazing offer. You can find the link on the screen either here or there. If you like this video, hit that like button and drop a comment. It gives me a hand and signals YouTube to share this video with others. Sending you a hug, and I will see you in my next video.